Hi everybody, this is Jose Heredia with ADJ. We're here for another Facebook Live. This week we got a really cool accessory to the Pro Event table. And I know a lot of guys or gals also are looking forward to new stuff to add to the Pro Event table. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Check it out. This is the Pro Event IBeam. It's an aluminum truss structure that attaches to the Pro Event table. And we're going to give you a close-up look at how it works and why it's good for. So in essence, it is a 6-piece structure truss that you can assemble and disassemble at every event, and it comes with several parts. As I said, there are 6 pieces, so they are also clamps that come together and create the structure. So if you would, check this out. We have the Pro Event table. By the way, this is the Pro Event table 2, the new one that has a split in the middle, and it is attached using these clamps, and these clamps can be easily removed and placed. I'm going to remove it so you see how it looks. Just unscrew it there, and the Pro Event table and the IBeam both go in there. So this is how you would attach it to the Pro Event table. There are 2 clamps per side, total of 4 clamps. There's one up here that I've attached and one down there. To start, we have the first piece that you would use to connect is this whole pole that is on the side. There are these thumb screws that allow you to attach the 2 poles together, similar to the Pro Event table 2, where there's kind of like a rivet and the rivet goes inside the hole. That is what's going on in here as well. So there's one pole down at the bottom, there's another pole up in the top, and then you have the IBeam structure, which is split up in 2 pieces. The middle piece is cut right here in the middle and held together by these 2 thumb screws. On this part, the IBeam is attached to the pole itself. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew it so I could show you guys, so that you could see that it's very, very easy to attach. You could attach the Pro Event IBeam to the Pro Event table within a few minutes, and it's very, very easy. So I've taken out the 2 thumb screws. I'm going to go ahead and raise the IBeam up, and you'll see that it is pretty much easy, that easy. So you see this kind of like a spike that allows the IBeam to attach to the pole. This spike goes to the pole. All you have to do is make sure that your holes align, and your IBeam structure itself can be attached back to the pole, as you can see here. With one person, you could easily construct the IBeam within ease. And so now I got my screws. I can go ahead and screw it back together. I'm going to go ahead and start on this side. Just got to make sure you align the holes. And if you noticed, I've put these screws towards the back of the IBeam, away from the audience. Just as a pro tip, if you're ever setting up lights or truss structures or IBeams of that nature, it's always a good idea to keep the knobs and the screws away from the view of the audience. If your audience is kind of in this area and they're facing you, you kind of want the knobs to be facing away from the audience, so it looks like it's invisible. There we go. Let's attach this screw over here first. How's that? There we go. And so possibilities for the use of this Pro Event IBeam are mobile DJ applications, and also any other application that you need to attach lights, power cans, effects, moving heads, all sorts of cool lighting products to an IBeam structure. This is really great for mobile DJs, as I said, but maybe there's another application that we haven't thought of that would be useful for you, and you could put it on the comments as far as how would you use a Pro Event IBeam. So there we go. So now that we have attached our thumb screws to the IBeam, I could go ahead and begin creating my light show. So I have a couple of lights that I'm going to go ahead and attach, one on either side. Here we have a Mega QA Go. Now I could put it right here on this side. Luckily this one's battery powered, so I don't have to run power to the fixture itself. I could put it on the IBeam with a Junior clamp by Global Truss. The Junior clamp works great for the IBeam and also for the Pro Event table. It works on a 38 millimeter Saber spots, Pentapix, Decker LZR, which in this configuration I'm only going to use 3 lights. I'm going to use this Apple box to kind of help me set up the Mini Decker LZR to the top of the structure here, the IBeam. I'm going to put this upside down actually so I can face down. There we go. I'm going to put it right in the middle. There's a little space here to allow me to put this Junior clamp right in the middle. And plug this in and turn this on, you're going to get your socks knocked off. So I'm going to take advantage and point this a little bit more towards the floor here, right in front of the DJ booth. I'm setting up for this kid's birthday party, and I want this whole structure to look really nice. So we got our power cord, and this is a great opportunity to talk about power cord management and how to set up your cords so that they look almost invisible. So I have my power cord there, the light is turned on, and there are several options you can use as a pro tip. There are zip ties that you can buy at a Home Depot, really inexpensive. They work great, they're very durable, however they're only for one use. Once you use them for an event, at the end of the event you got to cut them out to get them out, or you can use these which are reusable. These are 80J cable ties, and they come in a pack of 10. You can buy them online at your local retailer or pick them up at your local 80J shop. So I'm going to use one right here to hide this cord. We're going to do a little bit of cable management so it could look nice and tidy. Use another one right here at the base. So I'm going to follow the lines so that in the view of the audience, the wire is going to be practically invisible. And you're not going to be able to see any cables dangling because you want a nice clean presentation. Luckily, we have a cable tie already attached to the cable itself. I'm going to use that towards my advantage and zip it right there. And the last one is going to go down here. I'm going to straighten that cable out, run it in between the 2 poles, and we got a nice clean setup. There we go. Within minutes, we're all done. Look at that. So tell you what, I'm going to turn on the fog, and you guys are going to have a nice little laser light show to enjoy. And just to talk about a little bit about the Pro Event table, this is the 2nd generation. We have lots of accessories for the Pro Event table that you can use. So we have shelves. We also have the clamps that you could use to attach lights to it. But now we have this structure which you can use to attach even more lights. It is very lightweight because it's made out of aluminum, and it also can hold up to 100 pounds, which is plenty of weight for almost any type of lighting fixture that you may have. Of course, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to put tons of light in there, but just enough to kind of have it as a nice show and nice even show. All right, we're going to turn off the lights and show you what it can do. Here we go. Check this out. Now I'm DJing. I'm having a good time. My guests are having a great time. And I got multiple lights running either on auto mode, like I do the park hands, or I can have sound active for my Mini Decker LZR. All of these lights available at 80j.com. Just go ahead and check them out. And of course, the release of the brand new Pro Event IBeam, which is a great structure for supporting your lights for your next event or DJ party. Wow. Now, let's go on the chat room to see who's talking to us. And I bet there's a lot of people asking some questions. I'm sure you're probably asking the number one question, what is it going to cost me? The cost is surprisingly affordable. It is only $199. We're going to go ahead and turn on the lights. $199 for the Pro Event Table, and it is yours to take home. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you, and this is another pro tip for you guys or gals who own a Pro Event Table, who are thinking about buying the Pro Event IBeam, or for those of you who have truss, period. If you own any kind of truss, whether it be a pole, a truss totem, a truss structure, is invest in a truss polish. Global Truss has a great truss polish that will work on any aluminum surface, and I have a demonstration of what it can do to your truss. So here we have the Pro Event Table, which looks great as it is, but what if we wanted a little bit more shine, a little bit more polish? We could rub some of this truss polish on there, and you're going to see a really cool transformation of how we could really change the look and feel of the truss structure itself. So it doesn't have to be the Pro Event Table. It could be any aluminum truss structure. So you rub on the polish, and now you just buff it out, and you'll be able to see really a huge difference in the shine of the polish itself. So check that out. I don't know if you guys can see that and appreciate it. It just really makes it pop compared to the other side where it has no polish whatsoever. Wow, that is a huge difference. Just really makes it shine. Great investment. Check it out on the Global Truss website, globaltruss.com. Pick up a bottle of truss polish for your trussing. So even if you have old truss, this polish will definitely reinvigorate the look of the polish, the look of the truss, to give you a new look. It's just awesome, awesome utility and a pro tip. So I'm going to I'll do a little bit right here so you guys can see the difference. All you have to do is rub it in and then use a dry part to rub it out. And look at that. That really makes it pop compared to that where it looks great, but it looks like a little bit blurry. This one just makes it shine just much more brighter. So check out that truss polish at our Global Truss website. More importantly, the Pro Event IBeam by ADJ is what we're talking about today. We're taking your questions. Oops, maybe if we lower the volume on that. Let's see who's watching us. Mike J. Morales. Hey, how you doing, Mike? Glad that you're within the area. Mauro Luna. Serguiza. Welcome to our show. Pete Weldon. Edgar Bernal. Yes, and JC. JC, who is also with ADJ. Thank you very much for joining us today. And if you have any questions about the Pro Event Table or the Pro Event IBeam, I would love to go ahead and answer any of your questions. Looks like we do have a question. Oh my God, I didn't talk about the bag. So what comes included in your purchase of the Pro Event IBeam is this travel bag, this beautiful travel bag that can hold all the pieces together, and it comes with the ADJ logo on the front and the back, and the bag's handle has this little convenient Velcro that attaches both handles together so that it's easier for you to transport. Dual zipper design, so when you open it up, you can open up the bag and be able to have your Pro Event IBeam ready to go for transport, and this is where it would go. It also contains two straps inside so that you can tie up your Pro Event IBeam and the poles once you disassemble them into the bag, and you're ready for transport to your next event or gig. It does have these small feet in the bottom to kind of keep it from tipping over, and it's a very nice complete system for mobile DJ applications, even bands. I would love to see a front of house Pro Event Table being used to set up maybe spotlights for their band. Since you're going to be in front of house, take advantage of the structure to be able to attach Fresnels or studio lights or whatever to highlight the band from the front. So it's a really great way to do it. We've got questions coming in.
About the clamps.
The clamps. So we're using today the Junior clamp by Global Truss. Also available is the Junior Trigger clamp by Global Truss. So you can go to the Global Truss website, globaltruss.com, and look and search for the junior clamps, and the junior clamps will work with this size tubing. This is a 38 millimeter tubing, and you'll have accessories for being able to attach your lights, as we do here. Here are the clamps, the junior clamps at work, attaching the park cans. Looks like we got another question.
Someone wants to know how light it is, and so I'm thinking, how much does the truss weigh?
Okay, so the Pro Event Table weighs, here are the specs, a mere 16 pounds. So with all the pieces together in the bag, you're looking at about 16 pounds for transport, which is not a lot. Aluminum itself doesn't have a big weight as far as being heavy. They're very lightweight, and you can pick it up with your one hand. Looks like we have another question.
Someone else wants to know if it could fit in a small compact car.
Absolutely. Once the structure is disassembled and put in the bag, you can easily put it in a small to medium-sized car, if anything, and be able to take it to your next event. Aside of that, the Pro Event Table 2 is already a great product for those of you looking for a compact transportable option, but looking for a very nice rugged table for your DJ booth, for your mixer, for your console, for anything that you need to run your professional events, even for a trade show booth. So yes, only 16 pounds for the Pro Event IBeam will work for it. So any other questions on the chat room, please go ahead and post them up.
Can you remind of the weight limit?
The weight limit, it is only limited for 100 pounds, or rated for 100 pounds. So if you have two moving heads, just make sure that they're below that weight limit, and don't and keep them balanced. That's right, keep them balanced, keep them nice and even. You don't want a heavy light on one side and a lighter light on the other side. And just to let you know, this is breaking news. We're breaking news here on the ADJ Facebook Live show. My friends, this is the long-awaited bag for the Pro Event Table 2. We have the Pro Event Table bag available for your regular Pro Event Table and the Pro Event Table 2, but now this is brand new. This is going to be the bag that will hold the Pro Event Table 2. So now you can transport your Pro Event Table 2 easily as it would in a small compact size in this bag for ease of transport. Comes with a single handle for transporting it with your hand, or a shoulder latch to strap it on your shoulder and take it to your next event. So that is more information on that coming very, very soon, and posted up on the website for you to buy. If you guys already have the Pro Event Table 2, and your guys are going to be, and gals, I mean guys as in general, you guys will definitely be happy to know that the bag for the Pro Event Table 2 is here and should be shipping very soon. Guys, this is a really packed show. I thought we were just going to talk about one thing, but we talked about several things. Cable management, polishing your truss, and the Pro Event Table IBeam and the Pro Event Table 2 with the bag. This is a great show, guys. Any other questions? What's on the truss? That's a great question. We have Mini Decker LZR, and looks like this is a Mega QA Go. Mega QA Go. It's a battery-powered park can with 5 colors: red, green, blue, amber, and UV. Any other questions, guys? Last minute questions before we wrap up. I know this is a long-awaited accessory for a lot of you guys.
What's the max weight supported by the shelf of the table?
Oh, the max weight on the Pro Event Table itself. We're going to have to dig on that one. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure, but it does take up a lot of weight. Imagine, if you will, if you have a full turntable setup. You're talking about 2 dual turntables with the cases and a mixer. That will definitely hold that type of setup. It is definitely really robust and can hold a lot of weight. It could probably hold me, and I weigh about 270, 275, so it'll hold up a lot of weight. We're going to have to put that answer on the chat room later on.
Is that the max height?
And that is the max height. It does not go any lower or any higher. I'd say I'm about 6 feet, so it's about 6.5 feet. And on the bottom part, of course, you could put lights on the top part and extend that reach for your lights depending on how you set up. And you know, with I-beam, you can do all sorts of stuff. I've had I-beam truss structures for many, many years. I've put many lights on there. You could put them on the top, and we even can put them on here on the bottom. Just make sure that they're nicely even and balanced out. Don't put one light that is really heavy on one side and one light that's very light on the other. Just kind of keep it balanced. Keep it below 100 pounds and you should be A-OK. And the table itself provides the balance and support for the tipping over. So any other questions?
Do you know how wide it is?
How wide it is? That's a good question. I don't think I have that answer here. I'd have to look it up. The wideness of it, let's take a look. We're going to have to put that up on the screen. So it's 87 inches high, but as far as wideness, we'll have to put that on the website as well. But great questions, guys.
Someone wants to know if it only comes in aluminum, like in that color, or if it's also available in black.
Oh, is it available in any other color? No, this is the only color is available. The Pro Event IBeam has this truss aluminum, brushed aluminum color, so that's the only color available. However, that doesn't mean to say that you can't paint it yourself. You could use an enamel, be able to paint it black, paint it white, paint it whatever color your heart desires, but out of the factory, out of our manufacturing facility here in ADJ, this is going to come in this aluminum silver color. And don't forget also you got your clamps that come on the side and your bag. Any other questions?
When is it available?
When is it available? It is available now, my friends. You could buy this at your local ADJ dealer. Call them up. Go to the website of your favorite ADJ retailer online, and you could order this, and it could be shipped out from our facilities straight to you within a matter of days. So it is available now, and really great accessory piece for your Pro Event table, either the first generation or the second generation. And great way to attach your light, park cans, effect lights, moving heads, all sorts of great lighting fixtures can be attached to the Pro Event IBeam.
When we close out, someone wanted to see how it looked in the bag and how easy it was to tear down.
Oh,
So
should we tear it down?
If you like,
We-
there's no really any other questions. So they want to see how easy it is to bring down the IBeam.
We could tear it down. What do you say, Brian?
Yeah.
Let's tear it down? All right, great. So I'm going to turn off the lights. We're going to tear it down. We're going to try to fit everything in the bag. Hopefully you guys can stay with us. We got nowhere to go. And let's go ahead and start. Turn off these lights. And just bear with me. I may talk over. So just so you guys can see how easily it transports, we're going to take it apart. You'll see the actual pieces that the Pro Event IBeam has. We're going to use the Pro Event table as our platform for the removal and disassembly. There we go. Light number 1 is down. Light number 2. So we're at the end of this party. We're at this gig. And we rocked the wedding. Everybody's saying their goodbyes, and we're getting ready to close out the night. And let's go ahead and transport out of here. Here we go. This is the Mini Decker LZR. I'm sure you're right now, as the end of the party, as I do, I'm exhilarated. I have a lot of energy, and my adrenaline is rushing because of a great job. Everybody rocking out. We're going to take the wire down as well. We don't want to keep the wire up there.
We could also show the height of it if you take the IBeam off.
Yeah.
Put it on the side, see it in comparison to your height.
So how high it is, you'll be able to see once I take the IBeam down.
Do you know what the width of the table is for the?
I do not know what the width of the table. We're going to have to look that up.
Someone said it's about 4.
About 4 feet. Yeah, it kind of feels like it's 4 feet. So this could be, oops, 5, maybe 6 feet across. We'll get those exact measurements for you guys. So we're going to first undo these 2 screws.
I have this one, I think.
Thank you. So look at that. We got a nice, helpful helper here. And so the first part of the structure, which is the actual I-beam itself, is going to come apart right now and just slides off. Then I'm going to put it on top of the Pro Event table.
Actually, stand it up next to you.
Yeah, we could stand it up next to me so you guys can get an idea of how tall it is. There we go. Now it's touching the floor.
9 feet, 3 meters.
Yeah, that's pretty tall. That's pretty wide. So you can cover a lot of area. And what I would do is get that truss polish, clean it nice and up, and it's going to look sparkling fresh. All right. So if once I take the I-beam out, I can put it on the table and have the knobs facing me. I can get the bag ready because I'm going to put the I-beam right in the bag because that's the first thing that would go inside the bag. I'm going to go ahead and open up the bag. And another pro tip, if you will, is that once you disassemble the I-beam, it's a good idea to reattach the screws back in to keep them from getting loose and getting lost. So we're going to open the bag all the way like this. There we go. All right, so these screws come out. There are 2 of them, one for either side of the I-beam. Let's see what the people are talking about on the chat room.
Someone said it'd be nice to have cranks.
Yeah, it would be nice to have cranks, but for starters, I mean, this is a great accessory as it is already. It'll also increase the cost and the weight. So there you go. We've detached the I-beam. It kind of has like a peg and hole system. So it comes together like that, detaches like that. So I'm going to put these together and I'm going to reattach the screws back onto the holes, the screw holes, so I don't lose them. Just kind of a good idea. I should have done the same thing with these screws too. The first screws I let go. So those go in there. All right, and now I'm going to put the actual I-beam, the 2 pieces, back in the bag. That's going to work as our foundation, and we're going to layer everything on top of that. There we go. That should fit nice and dandy in there. All right. Okay.
Pick it up when you're done.
All right, yes. So now the next thing I'm going to do is remove the side clamps. These unscrew. There are 2 pieces in the clamp. Once they come apart, I could go like that. I could start taking this pole out too. Unscrew it. The pole slides out. So there's one part of my pole system.
Want me to do the other side?
Yeah. I'm going to reattach it to this one.
Want me to help
Yeah. We're going to have an assistant come and help
you?
us.
On you, and then I'm just gonna go to this.
There we go. I'm reattaching the screws back on. There we go. She's going to go ahead and detach the other side of the clamp and also the pole. I'm going to go ahead and detach the bottom clamp. And a pro tip, if you're setting this up, we didn't show you how we set it up, but what I've been doing is kind of keeping the clamps kind of loose so that once I put the I-beam on, I can maneuver the poles together. So what I can do now is use the clamps themselves to attach the poles together for transport. So this helps in not only losing the clamps to keep them from losing them, but it also helps in transport. So I could attach the clamp to the poles. There you go. Oops. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side.
Can you go over what the difference between the Pro Event Table 1 and the Pro Event Table 2 is?
Sure. For those of you who are not familiar with the Pro Event Table, It's essentially a table that can be used for several applications, but mainly to be able to have a nice presentation at your event, corporate setup, or trade show. And there are two versions of the Pro Event Table. There's a Pro Event Table, and then there's a Pro Event Table 2. The Pro Event Table is similar to what you see here, versus the Pro Event Table 2 has a split down the middle for ease of transport. So here is the Pro Event Table 2. There is a seam right here. This seam, once I disassemble the Pro Event Table 2, comes apart in two giant pieces as far as the frame. The frame structure then can be transported in a bag that we now have and can be put into a vehicle. So here we go. We're going to take this pull out and remove.
Can you remind people that they could change the front of their
Oh yeah,
the ADJ logo?
absolutely. So as you see at the front of our Pro Event Table, we have comes in the Pro Event Table 2 and the Pro Event Table 1 come included with the accessories are the table itself, the wooden tabletop, two support bars, the frame itself, and a sign that goes in the front of the Pro Event Table. And the sign has the ADJ logo on one side, and the other side has a blank screen, so you can go to your local print shop and print up your logo or monogram, and you can represent your company in style.
They went to a wedding as a guest, and that logo was out.
It was out?
Yeah, that they had the logo at the wedding.
Oh, no way. Well, I mean, you can have the ADJ logo and be proud of the fact that you're a customer of ADJ. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would try to go and go to a print shop and print my own logo so I could have both sides, ADJ side and my logo side. Or I could go to Home Depot and purchase, I believe it is like a plexiglass, so that it's kind of like an opaque plexiglass, not really see-through, but to have it cut out to your measurements, the exact measurements. We have a schematic and a diagram on the user manual and on the website. It's downloadable PDF, and that way you can have somebody make a custom, I put this on the wrong way, custom sized plexiglass plaque to put on the front. And on top of that, you could use a lighting fixture to light it from behind. And Brian S. Red, got to give him credit for putting up videos to help DJs around the world. He's got a great video series on the Pro Event Table where he's done all sorts of stuff. He's customized it so that he has his logo not only on the front of the event table, but also lit. And it just looks fantastic. All right, so we have these two pieces already together. I could strap them down. I'll put one of the Velcro straps up and over. Here's the other side. Velcro pieces up and over. And now I can go ahead and close the bag. I'm going to make sure that the bag closes properly. I'm going to zip up one side. I'm going to zip up the other side. There we go. And now, here is the Pro Event IBeam all inside the bag. And we only took, 30 hours to disassemble and put together inside this bag. It really doesn't take that much. And now once I've done with the Pro Event IBeam all packed up and ready to go, I can concentrate on the Pro Event Table, taking that apart and finishing off my evening, throwing everything in my car. And I say throw, I mean literally throw, because I'm tired. I want to get home. As all you DJs know, can certainly attest. At the end of the night, we're all tired, but we're happy that we satisfied the client. We gave a good presentation, gave a great live show. Our mixes went well and hit the spot, and you could rest assured you had a job well done. Guys, it's really been a pleasure showing you the new Pro Event IBeam from ADJ. Go to the website, adj.com, for more information, and follow us on Facebook as you are right now. We have a YouTube channel with videos, and of course our Snapchat. We do have a Snapchat we post often, and want to keep you guys on top of the latest news from ADJ. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.